Hi, this is Kevin Carr. This is my second video for the class 227. And this week we're discussing cultural rituals and intercultural communications and within the workplace. And I want to do my cultural, intercultural, and ritual um, communications with my experience in the military, in the Navy. Um, Being in the Navy and being in the military, I would say probably is the most dynamic and most well diverse organization that I've been a part of. Um, and it was a really great experience because I was exposed to several or many different cultures um, here in the United States, and as well as when I traveled overseas. Um, the the Navy and the military has a way of, I would say, have a way of uh, socializing or reprogramming or programming a civilian person into the military culture. And the book speaks about culture as it is defined as a system of values, traits, morals, and customs shared by a society. But it states that culture teaches people how to behave and it conditions their reaction. And being in the military itself is a culture because it has values of and rituals and traits as to how to wear the uniform, um, how to march, when to get up, and the way that the way it has this way of discipline. Um, but the one way that the Navy and the military train or program, I want to say program, but systematically uh, get people to buy in to the military is the way that they teach you the traditions that goes along with being in the military. And one of the rituals that I was exposed to being in the Navy was that being on the ship, my first cruise, my first deployment, I was able to cross the equator. And by crossing the equator, there's a ritual that we call shareback. And this ritual is when someone that's first in the Navy and they crosses the equator, they're known as polywogs. But when they cross the equator, they go through this day long ritual of different activities or different things that you do on the ship. The first thing you do when you get up, when you cross the equator, that very first morning, you are washed. Everything is turned in backwards. Your underwear, your pants, your shirts, and you're crawling on your knees. And then they wash you down with salt water from the fire hose. So you're crawling on your knees all day long, going through different obstacles and doing different things to become a part of what a brotherhood or a fraternity called Shepback. By me being also in the military, being exposed to intercultural um, uh, rituals, being stationed overseas, when we are deployed overseas and we go to a foreign country, we got to respect their way of life, their cultural, uh, their religion, and the way they do business. My first-hand experience was when I was in Israel, being exposed to the Islamic religion, that by one of their rituals and one of their cultures that they pray 7 days, 7 times a day, and it was kind of odd and weird as I was, walking along the street there and heard the bell, the gong, and everything stopped, and they prayed, and I didn't know what until one of the guys that was with me told me what was going on. And also another ritual that I experienced was in Spain. The siestas is when everything is shut down throughout the course of the day, and they have like a 4-hour lunch or 4-hour dinner, whatever, and then everything is open back up. So being exposed to a lot of those cultures and rituals, also I observed the culture climate and the intercultural climate in my present job, because the culture there is getting everybody to buy in into the way that we do business. Being in custodial services there at the College of William & Mary, we are changing the way that we are, not the way that we're cleaning, but how often we're going to be cleaning certain areas. And when employees that's been there for 20, 30, 15, 20, 30 years, they're set in a way, they're set in on how they're doing what they're doing. They like what they're doing. But changing, or I wouldn't say changing, but showing them a better way and an easier way that it will make their job a whole lot faster and a whole lot easier. It takes time, and the book states that culture is learned. It also states that culture is a base of self-identity and community. So me being in upper management now and being involved in changing or making schedules for 187 buildings as to how we are going to systematically clean a building, and breaking the building down into fifths, cleaning one side once a day, 5 days a week, once a day, at a different day. It takes time, and to implement that and to let everybody see that the way that we're doing it now, yes, it's a great way. You're doing a great job in cleaning, but systematically, we want to change how often that we do the business and change the way that we do things. And now that we doing that, we're trying to get uniforms installed and implemented, because it changes the way that I will always believe if you look good, you're going to work good. So if everybody systematically, or if everybody have the same type of uniform, doing the same type of job, having the same type of schedule, it changes the way that the culture and the people look at the way that we are as a department. And once we can change that, and once we change the culture, or once we change the way that we are doing our business and looking good, looking professional, the whole dynamic of the culture within the department will change. So that is what I've been observing at my present workplace, because now I see, and the employees see, that systematically, when we get things in process, in place, and they can see that in the long run, that it would benefit them, because the book speaks about the culture, combines the visible with the invisible. Right now, they can't see how this is going to make it easy for them. But over the course of the time, this is all new to them. But in the course of the time, as they begin to see and do it and implement these changes, it will benefit them as well as the university. So that's my quick synopsis of my culture and intercultural and ritual experience, both in the Navy and at my present job. So I want to take this time to say thank you for viewing my video, and we should do this again. Bye.